Alright, so for pretty much as long as I've been doing journalism, I've been hearing about this guy, Rudy Orr. We were going to postpone doing this video, waiting for some additional information, but we never actually obtained that information. And the reason we're going into him at all is because of his connection with P4P, the organization, if you will, that is ran by none other than our favorite little friend, Francesca Amato. So, if you watched the first video, I kind of basically just went over everybody. I just kind of, not too in-depth or anything like that. I just went over everybody as far as the biggest players that I've seen. We had Francesca Amato, who was exploiting this sex victim to sell her own book. In fact, the screenshots that you're looking at came from that video. Of course, we got this girl here. Her name would be Michelle McMillan or something like that. Michelle McMillan. She's a girl that I'm looking into, and of course everybody knows Jamie Sparks, or at least that's the alias she's currently using. And then we got Connie Regalai, however her last name is pronounced, I don't really give a crap. And then we got self-admitted pedophile David Shore that we covered a little bit. And then none other than Amelia Duran. Now, Amelia Duran's special in her own right. I don't know if I pretty well nailed her on several articles. Alright, so Rudy Orr. Now, there's a lot of stuff regarding him and white supremacy groups. I have been doing some probing around trying to confirm or disconfirm the information, and sure enough, I have actually found articles that name him as being the head guy for a white supremacist group, I believe up in North Carolina or somewhere in that region of the country. This here is just kind of a quick photo of him, his profile, blah blah blah. I do have other photos, but I figure, hey, let him know that I've been snooping around this profile. We gotta get the butthurt flowing. So I'm pretty sure at this point he's completely unaware. Rudy Orr is a guy that, like I said, is associated with P4P. In fact, the image that you guys are looking at pretty well substantiates that he's got a connection with Francesca Amato, which is great because she's white, so I guess she has nothing to worry about as far as getting any kind of racial slurs. I don't remember the term that he used when he made one toward Randy Davis, but I do have the photograph of that. Hopefully I was insightful enough to put it in here. I've kind of had to go through a bunch of files to put them all together, figure out where they are, because they seem to keep going into different locations. So hopefully I got them all. So with Rudy Orr, he's been around for a little bit now. Just kind of drifting around. This here is actually one of the documents that mention him. This is a court document. The whole document, if you go on Google and type in his name, it's pretty easy to find. It, like I said, mentions him being the leader of some white supremacy group. That's not this specific image. This one here is a case that I don't know if he was a part of it or if he was just kind of there. But it makes mention of him either way. Something about concerns regarding a juror getting injured. So it's kind of interesting in its own right that there would be concerns of that nature. Rather it be Rudy Orr or one of his friends. So this one here is this is kind of a random one, actually. I don't know how, but since it's in here, I don't know why it's in here, but it is. This is the fundraiser that Francesca attacked, going back to the girl that she was a sex victim, is about 5 years old, that she was exploiting. This is her trying to basically destroy the fundraiser. Now, most people on Facebook saw her do it on Miko's post, where she went through and basically smeared that fundraiser as best as she could. Now, the good thing about her is she has pretty much no credibility with anybody that has any kind of self-respect. So, I don't know how that got in there, but to be honest, I'm just too lazy to edit that photo out. And hey, it's important. It shows what kind of people we're dealing with here. This is the article. Now, I'm going to let you guys read this. Each image is going to be up for 60 seconds. That's just kind of how I set it up. So if you want to pause it, you're more than welcome to. And when we get to the last image, I'll go ahead and speak again. Alright, so as you can see, it plainly states that he is the leader of a white supremacy group based out of North Carolina. So, we're going to be kind of not touching so much on it. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory that there's been rumors about Rudy Orr's association with this kind of group for at least a few years that I know of. So, it's not surprising that P4P would have somebody like that within their ranks. I mean, they were affiliated with pedophiles, self-convicted ones too. And I say self-convicted because the guy literally admitted it to the police and then turned around and wrote a book and admitted it again in the book. Damn those double jeopardy laws. Alright, so moving on from that crap. Now, this one here is a good character build-up. If you really want to know what kind of human being this guy is, somebody had passed away. I guess the person's name was Dominique, or just however you pronounce it. I've heard it pronounced both ways. And he says they heard that they'd passed away, and then immediately goes and starts smearing them. And I actually remember seeing this one when it first happened. Somebody had sent it to me. At that point, it wasn't really of interest. I didn't know, I kept the note of it. But by itself, it was just nothing. But finding out what he's associated with as far as P4P goes, it's a good character build-up. So this is the kind of people that that we're all dealing with. For those of us that are legitimately